I welcome you to this lesson once again. I'm teacher Katimbo Richard, teaching mathematics, primary 7. Today, once again, I've come to the practical part of geometry. Ensure your geometry set is ready and all the instruments that are required within the geometry set, because we are putting them to use. I urge you to follow as you are doing it practically with me, because this is not a theory. You need to do like the teacher does, as the teacher does. Like the teacher does, as the teacher does. So we go together, and if you do like I've asked you to, you'll be able to answer all the activities from page 89 to 95 of our workbook. Primary 7. Now get hold of your geometrical instruments, majorly pair of compasses, a ruler and pencil. Those three are going to be helpful in this lesson. And we start the square among the different polygons we are going to construct. That is a rhombus, a parallelogram, as well as a pentagon, like what you shall see later. Now start the square. And now number 1 reads, construct a square PQR of sides 6 centimeters, where each side measures 6 centimeters. When faced with this number, like I know you have done it already, since P4, when P5, 6, now 7 comes back. So we should always draw a sketch, and name it PQRS. So draw a line, simple line here. We name it PQ. Right here P. Right here P. Right here Q. And each side measures 6 centimeters. Remember, a square is a 4-sided polygon with all sides equal, diagonals equal, center angles equal, interior angles equal, and everything equal. So it's a regular 4-sided polygon, or a regular quadrilateral. All interior angles are right angles, as well as the center ones and the exterior. PQRS, that's the name. Then all sides are equal. These are side properties. So the sides 6 centimeters, right here 6, right here 6, as well as here 6 centimeters. And that's the sketch for the square. Now we go the actual diagram. Now you will draw a straight line, an unmeasured straight line. You will draw an unmeasured straight line. A straight line that's not measured yet. Ensure you hold your ruler properly, and then draw that. Go to your ruler, as well as the pair of compasses where the sharp pencil is fixed. You look at the 6 centimeters. Go to a ruler and measure 6 centimeters. This idea of measuring lines is already given to you. So measure 6 centimeters properly, and then do mark off the 6 centimeter length. Do mark off. So that is 6. Transfer to that arc and make this arc. Having made those 2 arcs, you are then naming the line PQ. Q, and you are sure you have measured 6 centimeters. You have measured 6 centimeters. Now, having measured the said 6 centimeters, remember these are all right angles, which right angles are equivalent to 90 degrees. You are then going to construct a 90-degree angle either side. That is at P as well as Q. You can add on this line since it's needed that side. So get the small radius, put here at P, so that the angle is constant at P. Ensure it's put centrally, that is without movement, and make that arc on this arc either side of P, then transfer to this arc, adjust a little, then you add on the radius, make that arc, and do the same, make that arc. Get a ruler, put a ruler join through the intersection of the arcs and up to the point P. Ensure it is straight. Go, join through the intersection of the arcs. Make it long enough. Make it long enough, and that makes a line. Now you have the right angle, meaning the 90-degree angle made using the pair of compasses, a ruler and pencil. Now you go to Q. You do the same at Q. Get a radius of your own choice, small radius here. You make that arc and this arc, that is either side of Q. Then go to this arc, adjust a little, make this arc, then you transfer to this place and make that other arc. Then remove, and get a ruler again. Get a ruler. You draw a line that is straight from point Q, through the intersection of the two arcs in a straight way still. Let it be long enough so that you don't add it on. You know my draw once, and now you find out that this is rubbed because this is chalk. Let the arc be. Let the arc be. And now we go back because all sides are equal. We go back and measure 6 centimeter length, like we measured before, and then still mark it off. Mark it off from P. Put at P. And mark off that 6 centimeter length. Then put here at Q, mark off the same 6. And in so doing, you have respected the properties of a square where all sides are equal. Not only sides, but everything we talk about. Diagonals are equal. Center angles are equal, interior angles are equal. Whatever we talk about ends with the word equal. So it's the right angle, it's the right angle, it's the right angle, and it's named PQRS. Name this as R. Then go here to the corner S. Remember this Q was on the sketch. Let it be. So we've got a square, label it accordingly. This shows that all sides are equal, like that. Therefore, each is 6 centimeters. Right here 6, as well as 6. In so doing, you have constructed a square accurately. So follow what I've done, you will be able to get a square out. And now we see how one can construct a rhombus. Using a ruler, pencil, and a pair of compasses, only those three, please. Construct a rhombus ABCD, where side AB or line AB equals 5 centimeters, and angle ABC equals 60 degrees. Like a square, in rhombus, we've got all sides equal, although other things are different. Now that all sides are equal and others are different, a rhombus is not a regular polygon, because a regular polygon has got everything equal, not only sides. So it has got only one of the properties of regular polygons, that all sides are equal. If that is true, then being four-sided, we first sketch still. We are sketching first, making sure all sides are equal. So each side, like AB is, we measure 5 centimeters. So right here, A, B, 5 centimeters long. Each of the sides will bear the same 5 centimeter length. And they say an angle ABC. Look at the letter in the middle, that's where the angle is situated. So angle is at B. Angle at B is 60 degrees. So a 60-degree angle is acute, meaning it's within the range of 90. Angles less than 90 degrees are said to be acute. Let us have an acute angle here, an acute angle here. So and so we draw like this, ensuring that these sides look equal. And so if it's bending that way, so we go 60 degrees. So this is likely to bend this side, therefore we open a little here so that it bends the same way, because bends like a parallelogram. It's like a special parallelogram which has got all sides equal and two opposite sides parallel. So this is what is called a rhombus. AB, this is C and D, that's the name, ABCD. We normally read it anti-clockwise, ABCD, 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 that category. And I'll show the side properties of a rhombus. Two opposite sides are equal and parallel. The arrows show that they are parallel. These other marks show that they are equal. This side is also equal to this one, but again parallel. Put 1, 1 here. So that is a rhombus. Now, if this is a sketch for the rhombus, we go to a diagram. We have already interpreted and shown what a diagram will look like. Then we draw an unmeasured straight line down here. An unmeasured straight line, as long as this one, just once. Having done that, get your pair of compasses and then measure 5 centimeters onto your ruler. Please, on the centimeter scale, you are measuring 5 centimeters. Having done that, you go to the straight line you have drawn. You mark off that 5 centimeter journey or length. To mark it off. Just once, name that line segment AB in this way, and then write that length which you are sure is accurately measured to be 5 centimeters. Write the 5 centimeters properly. 5 centimeters. And now look at the sketch. We are constructing 60 degrees at B. Should be noted that the angle at B will be the angle at A. Only that the one at A will be outside. So when you construct 60 degrees at B, so do you construct another 60 at A, but then in the same direction. Then there will be parallel. So we construct 60 degrees at B, and that arc and that arc, then transfer here. You will be able to make that other new arc. Once the 60 is fully done, get a ruler, draw that line from point B through the intersection of the arcs, and that is it. Now you're sure this is 60 degrees now. 60 degrees. Said the angle construct at B is the same angle we construct at A. And remember, it's going to be bent this side. So this line is likely to go away. This line is likely to leave us because the diagram extends this side. So ensure you construct another angle at A. Okay, another 60 at A. Get a new radius. You make that arc as well as that one. Then transfer here. You will be able to make another arc. That way, A is already seen. We draw a new line bending in that way. In that way, it goes like that. Join through the intersection of the arcs. Through the intersection of the arcs, let it go like that, and in that way, you've got another line parallel to the other one. Having done that, you are going to go back to the ruler and measure the 5 centimeters for all the sides are equal. 5, I've gone up to 5. If you have reached as well, you mark off our 5 centimeter length and go to B, mark off the same 5, just once. This one moved. Ensure it is stationary. Okay, it has moved a little. You go back and mark off that. Now that is our 5 centimeter length. Get a ruler. Join these 2 points. Then have constructed a rhombus. You will then name it A, B, C, D. Name C, name D. Rhombus A, B, C, D with 2 opposite sides equal and parallel. And then this is equal and parallel. Show the arrow, and if that is done, you will get what is called rhombus. So that's how we construct a rhombus, given one of the sides and another angle. Why do they give us one side? All sides are equal. that angle will determine how it will turn or bend. So then we go to look at the construction of a parallelogram. Construction of a parallelogram. The question reads, using a ruler, a pencil, and a pair of compasses only, construct a parallelogram PQRS where line QR equals 7 centimeters, angle PQR equals 60 degrees, and the line PQ equals line PQ equals 4 centimeters. Let's see the sketch. Let's see the sketch. Let's see the sketch and see what it means. Now we draw a straight line. Remember, a sketch is like a rectangle, whereas this one is like a square, but it's not a square. So we draw the longer line, which is like a rectangle. So the longer line is called QR. It's called QR. So right here Q and here R, equivalent to 7 centimeters. And then we go to the angle directly. PQR, angle Q is 60 degrees. So let it bend this way because it's beginning. If it's at the end, it bends the other side. If it's at the beginning, the 60 bends the other side. So that is 60 degrees being achieved. So ensure you show it here as 60 degrees. You need to be extra careful. Now, because it has bent this side, so with the angle at R bend. So it's bent that way, just join. It's like a rectangle, I said, but it is kinked or pushed. So it's called PQRS. So meaning P is here, QRS. Look at that. It's called PQRS. So then line PQ, P up to Q, is 4 centimeters. That is the sketch. But it got the same properties apart from the side. The two opposite sides are equal, so like a rectangle and parallel. Whereas here, all sides, so the two opposite sides are equal. This is equal to that, and here parallel. We must then go back to this one. All sides are equal, I said. So here you show 2, 2, 2 to each. So that is how we label for a rhombus. All sides are equal, I said. Show that all sides are equal, like a square. And here, two opposite sides are equal and parallel. Two opposite sides are equal and parallel. Here, 1, 1, and 1 arrow, and here 2, 2 for equal, and 2 arrows. Compared to rhombus, here 2, 2 arrows, yes, and 1, 1 arrow, whereas all sides are equal, they must be labeled in the same way. 2, 2, 2, 2 for equal, 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 equal everywhere. Here, 2, 2, here, 2, 2 arrows, as well as 2, 2 for sides that are equal. Here, 1, 1 arrow, and 1, 1 equal sides. And that's how we show a parallelogram Now, archway diagram. We draw a straight line, and then look at our 7 centimeters. Look at our 7. Then go to a ruler and measure 7 centimeters. I'm measuring. Let me hope you are doing the same. 7, up to 7. I've reached 7. Have you? Good. If you have, then we go to our line and mark off that 7. Mark off that 7. So we mark it off, the 7 centimeter radius. Go to that arc and do mark off. Having marked off, we name this side. So this line QR, like T is there, and we are sure this is 7 centimeters. And now we are going to construct 60 degrees at Q. Go to Q and construct the same 60 degrees. That arc, transfer to the arc, and make that arc. Having made that arc, you are sure the 60 is done. The 60 is done. Then get a ruler and draw a straight line from Q through the intersection of the arcs. Properly from Q through the intersection of the arcs. Like that. Now you name this angle, label the angle at 60 degrees. Right, 60 degrees. Then I said, like we did for a rhombus, the angle at Q will be the angle at R, but the one that will be 60 will be outside. So, as the inside angle at Q is 60 degrees, the outside angle at R will be 60 as well. So, meaning we must be relieved of this line, because since we are going to interfere with this part, depending on the space, now we construct an angle of 60 degrees at R. So we add on the radius a little, and then construct 60 degrees at R. Put at R properly, get a new radius. You will get a new radius. Say it. You will then make an arc. Make an arc here and there. Having made those two arcs, you transfer here and then make that arc. So having made that arc, get a ruler and then join from R through the intersection of the arcs as you move up from R, that is, join accordingly, go through the intersection of the arcs in a straight way. You will be able to construct that. And now, don't label the 60 degrees because it's actually outside. All the angles we construct must be inside, or the ones we write must be inside the polygon. And now we shall then look at the sketch again. From P to Q is 4 centimeters, so it will be S to R. So these two sides are equal. If that is true, we go to a ruler and measure 4 centimeters. Go to a centimeter scale, please. Measure 4 centimeters. My 4 is here. And now I'll mark off the measured 4 centimeters here, and then go to R, place at R, mark off the same 4. Having done that, you get a ruler and join accordingly. Join accordingly. Join those 2 arcs properly. Place it properly, hold it firmly so that it's stationary, and join accordingly, arc to arc. The intersection of the arc with the line, the corresponding one, and that is called a rhombus. A parallelogram. Write S here, write P here, write, let this be equal to this, and this equal to this. 2 arrows, meaning these 2 are parallel on their own, they will never meet. These ones are also parallel on their own. So, do we write the 4 centimeters? Ensure you label whatever is up there in the sketch onto actual diagram, and that way you will have constructed the said parallelogram PQRS with each of these 2 sides measuring 7 centimeters and each of these 2 sides measuring 4 centimeters, and that is a parallelogram. Finally, you are asked to construct a regular pentagon in a circle of radius 3.5 centimeters. So this is a regular pentagon, a pentagon with all sides equal, with all interior angles equal, with all center angles equal, with all diagonals equal, with all center angles equal, or exterior angles as well. So wherever you are told to construct a polygon in a circle of a given radius, please first calculate for the center angle. In that way, you will not even be required to draw a sketch. You just say center angle is equal to 360 degrees divided by number of sides. So that's 360 degrees divided by the number of sides for a pentagon. Remember, pentagon is a 5-sided polygon. So that's 360 degrees divided by 5, where 5 divided by 5 is a 1. 360 divided by 5 is 10 divided by 5 is a 2. So the center angle will be equivalent to 72 degrees. Now we go to the actual diagram. You are required to measure 3.5 radius onto your ruler, place it properly on the table, and measure that 3.5 centimeter length. 3.5. Having got it, you will then be required to draw a circle of that same radius. Let me see a fitting circle. I want it to fit. Trying to have it fit. So it's going to fit now. So let me draw that circle. So let's draw that circle properly. Properly draw the circle, ensure fits. Draw the circle, and then you label the said radius. Remove, that is the center. Then get a ruler and show the radius line. This is the center. So a line drawn from the circumference to the center is called a radius. Now that you are sure you measured the 3.5, write 3.5 centimeter radius as required. And now, this is a center angle called angle at the center. So what do? You go to the protractor and measure that calculated angle. So get your pencil and a protractor, go and measure that angle 72 degrees. Use the idea of drawing the pie chart. So ensure this line from 90 goes directly to join the original line at the center here. Then cover the original line properly using the black line that is on your protractor. Then take a reading. 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 172. We further count other two lines. 1, 2. You will be able to put a dot where 72 is counted. I say 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2. That is 72 degrees. So that is our 72 degree angle. So we join from the circumference to the center, but ensure you can connect this dot to this dot in the middle. But when you're connecting, you stop at the wall of a circle called circumference. Stop there like that. Don't go through the wall. Let this point remain out. Don't rub it. Remember, use a pencil and say, I'm sure I've measured 72 degrees. Having done that, you get a ruler and join this point to this point, from the circumference to the circumference. Join properly. Ensure you join carefully and properly. Having joined there properly, that marks the first side among the 5 sides of any pentagon. Now that is the first side opened by the 72 degree angle, then you are required to put your pointer here at this point properly. Adjust to the other point like that. Adjust accordingly like that. Having done that, you are going to mark off the same radius. You have marked off that radius just once. Then you go here, mark off that radius, the same radius, transfer, and mark off that last one. In that way, you have drawn a pentagon. You have drawn a pentagon. Task ahead of you now is to get the ruler, join the adjacent points inside here. Go carefully so that I avoid mistakes. Carefully, avoid mistakes. Carefully to avoid mistakes. Carefully, join carefully to avoid mistakes. If you measure the angle properly, you get a regular pentagon. To get a regular pentagon, I'm very sure you get a regular pentagon. The polygon will be of 5 sides, and you see that all sides are equal. So the instruments used will bring out a regular pentagon. show that all sides are equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, and to be a regular one. So therefore, that's how we construct. If we follow through that same procedure, you are going to get out very clean work, very accurate work, and no one will ask you why anything is not going well. So they will go well, and because they will end well. So that's how we construct the 4 kinds of polygons: a square, a rhombus, a parallelogram, and a regular pentagon. So that is it. You will be able to answer all activities from page 89 all the way to page 95 of our workbook, P.7, Term 2, Geometry. So that's the end of the lesson. Otherwise, when you want to reach Teacher Katimbo for more clarification, please call Teacher Katimbo on 0776 251655. You can as well use the Airtel line 07572330066. Otherwise, that's the end of this lesson. Stay safe.